Good morning. This week's buzz is clearing the bar, but just barely. Last week, a suggestion was made to me by Denny Benny, a former basketball player of mine years ago, to rename this article to Coach Ryan's Rewind. It hit the nail on the head since my articles are primarily a review of the past week. So here's this week's Rewind. Another suggestion by Kevin was to quit wearing the same shirts. I'll be clearing my closet in the next few weeks. Make everybody happy. Yes, last week I said a win is a win, period. Still true, but some are impressive, some unexpected, those upsets, and some just unbelievable, both good and bad. The MU-Auburn game was a terrific game, with Mizzou fighting to keep its NCAA football 12-team tournament hopes alive. Mizzou cleared the bar, but just barely. The 23-17 Mizzou win in a 2-overtime game saw momentum changing hands throughout the game, back and forth. MU still trailed Auburn 17-10 with 3:52 left in the fourth quarter, as Auburn kicked a 22-yard field goal to cap off an 8-play, 73-yard drive with only 3:52 to go. It took Mizzou just 5 plays in a 73-yard drive to match 60 yards to tie the game 17-17 with just 1:09 left in regulation. Neither team scored in the first overtime period. But in the second overtime period, MU quarterback Bo Pribula, the transfer from Penn State through the portal, reportedly for $2.1 million, ran for a 3-yard touchdown in a double overtime game. His run came after consecutive 6-yard gains, one on a running play by Jamal Roberts and one on a pass reception to Kevin Coleman, both of them St. Mary's graduates. Then the Mizzou defense rose to the occasion to make another strong defensive stand and to give the number 16 Missouri Tigers a 23-17 victory over Auburn. Auburn seemed less organized to me than Mizzou throughout the game. Little things here and there would have bothered me as a coach, but nonetheless, Auburn had plenty of talent and it was a good win for Mizzou. This game saw several momentum shifts, botched opportunities for each team. However, from my view, the most significant shift in momentum came early in the game. Auburn's offense marched right down the field in their first drive. It was 12 plays, 75 yards, and it took 5 minutes and 6 seconds off the clock. The drive probably made it seem like it'd be a long day for Mizzou. A defensive stop that sent the offense quickly back on the field was about to give Auburn a real opportunity to set the tone early with a chance to go up 2 scores within its first 2 possessions. But 2 plays in Auburn's second possession, the quarterback Arnold threw his first interception of the season on a misfire to Terriano Pride Jr. Had Auburn gone up 14-zip quickly, who knows? But Mizzou finally cleared the bar and landed in victory territory with a vital win in a back-and-forth, exciting conference game. Next chapter. In order to keep their number 15 ranking, or even climb up the rankings, the Tigers will have to clear the bar in all the remaining 5 games. 3 of them are against ranked teams. This weekend, it'll be Vanderbilt, who's ranked number 10. It'll be number 3, Texas A&M in 2 weeks, and in 4 weeks will be number 13, Oklahoma. Wins that come by in the just barely fashion are fully accepted in all of those games. Next chapter. Clearing the bar in the donor race. Mizzou has spent approximately $31 million in NIL deals during the 24-25 year. Now, the vast majority of the money, we're told, comes from donors and is reportedly dedicated to athletics. It certainly helped on the playing field and on the court, no doubt about it. But has it helped the overall enrollment? Take a look at the numbers for the Mizzou enrollment. In the fall of 2010, it was over 35,000 kids. Fall 2014, 4 years later, was still 35,441 students. A year later, fall 2015, 36,000. Those are great numbers. In fall 2016, still growing. Dropping a little bit to 33,266. Fall of 2018 was 29,407. Fall 2019, 29,677. Fall of 2024, this year, 31,543. Remember, we started over 35,000. Now we're down to 31,000. It appears in the last 14 years, enrollment has fallen by approximately 10%. Does that raise questions? It does for me, maybe you. Texas A&M, ranked number 4, cleared the bar recently, but just barely. They had a constant battle with a feisty Arkansas team that was 2-4 going into the game. Arkansas scored the first points of the game with a field goal, making it 3-zip. Then A&M came to life, scoring the next 14 points. It was 21-10 at halftime, Texas A&M. Early in the fourth quarter, Arkansas was still right on A&M's heels as they sliced the lead to 38-25. But A&M's offense proved to be a bit too much for Arkansas, who fought right down to the last minutes as they scored the final 10 seconds of the game. The final exciting score was A&M 45, Arkansas 42. Two teams that approached league play in completely different approaches met Saturday. UCLA began the season 0-4 with losses to Utah, UNLV, New Mexico, and Northwestern. Two of the losses were blowouts, and two were close, but they were still losses. Meanwhile, Maryland was 3-0 in non-conference games. Now, both of them are in the Big 18. Remember, that was the Big 10 for years. Now, with 18 teams, I'm calling them the Big 18. UCLA upended Maryland as they cleared the win bar, but just barely. Mateen Magani kicked a 23-yard field goal with 2 seconds left to play. And UCLA beat Maryland 2017 to extend its improbable season turnaround with a third consecutive victory. UCLA has undergone a massive change. I mean, a huge turnaround. After an 0-4 start that included the firing of head coach Deshaun Foster and a departure of both coordinators, UCLA has taken a totally different course in the past 2 weeks with stunning, maybe even unbelievable, victories over Penn State and Michigan State. UCLA is down 3-1 in the Big 10 and 3-4 for 2025. Next chapter. On the wrong side of not clearing the bar, but just barely, is Penn State, a football power for decades. Probably most of you remember the Nittany Lions glory days under Joe Paterno. Paterno was the head coach for 46 years. Wow. In order to be there that long, he had to have a huge winning record, and he did. In his 46 years at Penn State as head coach, he piled up an unbelievable record of 409 wins, 136 losses, and 3 ties. That is a 74.9%, or let's just call it 75% winning rate. In 37 bowl games against higher level competition, he was 24-12-1, 66% winning rate. So, while Penn State basked in the glory for decades as they cleared the bar easily, they're now seeing a different side of NCAA football. The bar seems to be tougher to clear for them in 2025 as they carry a 3-5 record into the games of the final weekend in October. Next chapter, clearing the all-time wins bar very quietly. The Big Ten now has a new all-time leader in wins as a football coach. Iowa head football coach Kirk Ferentz recently passed the all-time leader in wins for a Big Ten conference coach as he won his 206th victory with the Hawkeyes. His win pushed him past Woody Hayes, the longtime Ohio State football coach. Moving along. Somehow clearing or changing the eligibility rule is Carson Beck. Beck is a quarterback who began his college career at the University of Georgia, playing 5 seasons from 2020 to 2024 before transferring to the University of Miami. During 5 seasons at Georgia, he redshirted his first year, served as a backup for 2 seasons, and was a starting quarterback for 2 seasons. In his 2 seasons as a starter, he led the Bulldogs to a 24-3 record, so he's good. He won the SEC title with his team and was a key player in the 2023 Orange Bowl victory. He is now poised to be the starting quarterback for Miami. I'm not sure that I understand the eligibility rule any longer. He's already played 5 years, and now he transfers to play another year. Sounds like too much NIL money is forcing changes in the eligibility of NCAA players' rules to me. Next chapter. Clearing the bar consistently is the University of Missouri St. Louis volleyball team. This year, the Tritons hold an impressive 16-4 record and are ranked number 7 in the Midwest. Led by their head coach, Ryan Young, who has an excellent career record of 283 wins and 141 losses, that's 66% winning rate, is now in his 16th season as head coach. So this isn't just a 1 or 2 year deal for him. He's been the GLVC, that's Great Lakes Valley Conference, Coach of the Year for 3 of the 5 past seasons. Congratulations to him. Moving on. Clearing the bar as they enter a new season are the St. Louis Blues, currently holding a 3-2 record as I write this, Buzz. The win-loss record could be improved with a steadier power play. The Blues' power play started hot, going 6 for 15. That's 40% of the time scoring goals. That's almost unreasonable in the first 3 games. But then they had a cold streak where they went 0 for 11. This inconsistency on the power play has been a factor in the early season play. It's propelled them to wins early and cost them wins later on. Newcomer Pius Suter has brought a positive impact to the team, scoring 2 goals and an assist in the first 5 games. Suter's also shown good production on the second line and power play. It's good to have that scoring on more than one line and bringing several scoring opportunities to the Blues. Good teams must have more than one good offensive line. Next chapter. Seemingly undaunted by the pressure, the Dodgers seem to be breezing through the NL playoffs. The Dodgers have easily cleared the bar thus far in 2025. The number 3 seeded Dodgers beat the Reds in the opening round 2-0. Next round, LA defeated the number 2 seed Philadelphia 3-1. In the third round, the Dodgers swept the team with the best team and best National League record throughout the season, number 1 seed Milwaukee, 4-0. National League opponents should have seen this coming. The Dodgers won 8 of the last 10 regular season games. As I write this, the Dodgers wait to see Toronto for their next series in the World Series. Toronto had a thrilling series against Seattle. George Springer launched a go-ahead 3-run homer in the Game 7 in the 7th inning of the series that led the Blue Jays to a 4-3 victory over the Mariners. It seemed to open the door to their first World Series since 1993. It takes money, big money, to win big. The Dodgers are second in the MLB in salary expenditures at $321 million. Toronto's 5th overall of the 30 teams in expenditures, $239 million. Where are our Cardinals? We're 19th at $141 million. So if the Cardinals double their salary scale, fair chance that'll happen, they'll only be $40 million behind the Dodgers. Ooh. Clean the bar, but far beyond barely, is a strong, winning MLB pitcher for a long, long time, and that's Max Scherzer. Scherzer's a St. Louis native, and he has a very, very impressive one-loss record in his career. He's 221 wins and only 117 losses. His career earned run average is a sparkling 3.22 in 27 seasons, so he's not just done it a year or two. He has had 474 starts on the mound in a total of 483 games. So he's been durable throughout his career. He certainly demonstrated his competitiveness this past week. While in the postseason game for Toronto in Game 4 of the ALCS, in the fifth inning with some runners on base, Blue Jays manager John Schneider came out to visit, apparently take him out of the game. Scherzer began yelling at him as he approached him out. I mean, he was all over the manager, yelling and pointing and all kinds of things, and basically refused to be lifted from the game. He then struck out the next batter to end the inning. He was still fired up. It was great TV to see, I got to say, but I doubt that he'll ever pitch for Toronto again after this season, and maybe for any other major league team for that matter, after seeing that episode on the mound. He broke the protocol for removal from a game. If teams tolerate it, we'll see it more and more often in the future. It shows up the manager, and teams don't want to see that. His temper tantrum was unique, fun to watch, but it'll be frowned upon frequent use. Next chapter. Clearing out the cobwebs. Little personal footnote here. Way back in the day, I umpired. I umpired for many years at many different levels, starting at CYC kids and worked my way all the way up to college level. For some strange reason, I remember only one time a high school coach saying to me, "This kid's got stuff. I mean, big time stuff. He's going somewhere." I remember it coming from some Parkway coach, but I couldn't remember which one. As a home plate umpire, I could see that he had great stuff, but I couldn't compare it to other higher levels or to his overall potential. Well, guess what? It was probably Max Scherzer. Scherzer attended Parkway Central High School and pitched just about the same time I was umpiring. So, here I am. I've umpired for a major league pitcher. And to wrap it up, final chapter, thanks for your watching of Bob Ryan's Rewind. Your comments are always appreciated. Please pass the Rewind link to your family and friends. So long. Bob signing off.